Right, we're here with John Davis, Labour Councillor for Burscough West. I'm Matthew Wright, and we're here at Burscough Wharf on Saturday the 21st of January 2012, and we're here where there's well, John, why don't you tell me what's going on here?
Well, it's part of the consultation process that the council are running for the new development, proposed developments on Greenbelt site in West Lancashire. We had three options on the go, and one of them was thrown out unilaterally by the Tory administration in Burscough, and Burscough seems to be the focus of their wishes in terms of development.
Okay.
800 new homes and a lot more changes to the village. It's virtually a 25% increase in the population of Burscough, in the housing of Burscough. Just to take some sort of broader issues, we hear nationally that we need something like 1 million more houses. It's always going to be a case of not in my backyard. What are the specific issues here? Why it shouldn't go ahead? I mean, are there any cases for it to go ahead? Well, I listen to my constituents, obviously.
Okay.
I'm not a Burscough lad originally, I'm from St Helens, but a lot of people feel that Burscough will lose its village identity. But the big issues for me, alongside that, are the poor infrastructure with water and sewage disposal. Okay. The road, which runs straight through the village, which is already fairly congested, and 500 homes on one plot.
This A50, is it which road we're talking about? Which?
The A59.
This A59, and the plot's going to be alongside
that, in the middle of the housing developments at Yew Tree Farm.
Is there any additional infrastructure that the developer's going to be putting in?
Well, I think they're putting a drop-off point for one of the schools, which causes congestion in the morning. Okay. But obviously there'll be a spine road and roads in onto the estate. Though there will be some positives, I hope. That the prospective park, possible allotments.
That sort of planning gain, is it?
The new school is planning gain.
Yeah.
But my view is, without proper infrastructure, the road particularly, and the sewage and the water, we can't do it. We have one estate in this village already, where that was all promised, where there are no community facilities, no shops, no pub, just houses. Okay. And it doesn't work. It's not a good community strategy. So what we're saying, in the Labour group particularly, we want proper infrastructure, we want proper consultation. We recognise the need for affordable housing. West Lancashire's got badly behind in terms of affordable housing, and we have put a percentage of affordable housing in all housing developments that we're going to have put up.
Does this housing development have social housing?
It will have social housing. We're not believers in just sticking them on one estate. We put a percentage of the new housing will be affordable housing. Okay. It's got to be, and we're all in favour of that, and we need more of it. But the council are also selling off plots all around estates for houses, selling off little bits of green land on some of our
budgets are tight though, aren't they?
Pardon?
Would the council argue that budgets are tight, and it's either council rates or
budgets are tight, and we acknowledge that, but at the same time we acknowledge that we've got to have more industry and more housing. But there are ways and means of doing it, and my view was, and the Labour view was, having the three plans, they would have competed against one another, and the best one would have come to the top. Okay. One of them was unilaterally taken out before coming to council at all, and this development's being foisted on the people of Burscough, and that's why there's so much anger.
There's a lot of heat in there, isn't there?
There's a lot of heat, and people are feeling as though we're having a consultation, but why? You've already made your mind up. And
do you think that's the case? Where are we in the planning process?
We've gone from a local development framework to the local development plan, which is about our response to government needs for increased housing and increased employment opportunities, both of which I'm in favour of. But the process is very delicate, and in my view it's been foisted upon the people of Burscough, and that's why the anger is being generated. I'm into regeneration. I think positive, sustainable, green regeneration is valuable and will help communities. But when you get a 25% increase in the population...
Over what period?
Over what period? Between now and 2025, I think they think is...
So it's going to be staged?
It's going to be staged, and it's not all going to land at once, of course. It doesn't happen like that. But my view is, and the view of a lot of people here, is without the proper infrastructure, we can't do anything. With the proper infrastructure, this is still maybe one bridge too far in terms of numbers.
Just to put a little sort of spanner out there.
Yeah.
Would the residents of Burscough 50 years ago have said the same thing?
They probably would. I mean, I'm meeting.
And have there been benefits to Burscough in the area?
Well, yeah. I mean, we've got to balance all that.
Yeah.
With this place, for example, the Wharf, terrific development here.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's creating jobs and...
It's creating jobs, and new businesses are coming, and there's new shops going opposite in the new developments all across the road there, and it's coffee shops, and there are businesses around here that will benefit. I'm not decrying the need for more infrastructure development.
You think it's just democracy, do you? I mean, do you think the democratic process...
I think it's been hijacked, and I think people are feeling very angry. But I also think...
Well, what can you do as a local politician to influence that, taking the heat out of the debate and getting a bit more light on it?
Well, I have been. That's why I've turned up today. I think I'm the only councillor here at the moment, apart from the parish council chair.
To be fair to the Conservatives and Lib Dems, I don't know if they were meant to be here or they were here earlier, so I can't speak for them, but we'll give them a call and find out.
Yes, but there are 3 Tory councillors in Burscough and me.
Okay, fair enough.
That's the frustrating thing. We're in the minority in the council, the Labour group are, so, and the other thing is also our services are run by BT now, because the county council have deigned that they should run lots of the services, so we're fairly weak in it, although we do have the planning process still, and we can argue the toss, as we did there, about the 3 plans, and we lost because we're in the minority. So from my perspective, it's quite frustrating.
But making the arguments, though, I suppose, isn't it?
Yes, it's making the arguments, and it's making sure people are being heard, like at events today, and are heard properly. Some of them were complaining this morning that they came to the event, the other event, the evening event in the village, and weren't let in.
Do you think sometimes it's people just want to be heard?
Yes. Yes, they want to be heard, and they also want to feel that the developers aren't in charge. Because the other night...
I don't want to feel it's a done deal.
Yeah, it's a done deal between the council and the developers, and it's all... The other night, there was a lot of fervent argument going on, and at the end of the evening, it was 50-50. Why? Because builders and developers had turned up at the meeting for consultation. Quite right.
Well, to be fair, they're going to put their case, aren't they?
Yeah, but they didn't say anything in the evening, they just voted at the end of the day. So, and I'm not against it, totally, as an option. It's the size and the way it's going to be done properly.
So principle, we need managed growth.
Yes.
And honest consultation.
Yes.
And that's your point of view. That's what you need.
Entirely my point of view.
Okay. Well, John, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and let's see where it goes in the next few months. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.